All right, start clapping your hands and make some noise for D. Marie. Birmingham, Alabama. How y'all doing? It has been all of 3 years since the last time I performed in this lovely city, and since then a lot has happened. So I am happy to be back, blessed to be back, blessed to be surrounded by friends and family. Y'all really showed out. So I'm gonna share a few poems with y'all and get out y'all way. Oh, Lord. I was not prepared to go first either. Gonna throw that out there. Tonight I'm drinking on twisted tea, sweet tea with a nice little kick. All right, so this first poem is titled Juxtapositions. So I'm a writer who struggled to find the right words. A lover all too reluctant to love and a fighter with a desire for peace. Marvel at the juxtapositions of my own existence, yet I resent my own contradictions, and some time ago, I lost faith in my own confidence. I lost faith in my ability to have faith in the faith, and I lost count of the days that I've drowned my faith in liquor, but I trust my liquor to hold me in ways that no one else could ever. You see my courage be liquid, fluid, wavering, crushing waves of small titles that could be easily ignored, skipped. I struggle to understand what any of that even means, but I hope that you'll still listen. You see, my mama said that she don't see life in my eyes no more. My mama said that flame don't burn as bright in my eyes no more, but mama, don't you see your Aries baby has always been a pyro? I've been burning down walls for 26 years now, but you don't see it, do you? Because you don't see me, do you? Because all I do is live behind my walls now. Windowless landscapes to keep my insanity from escaping. We co-ed now, and I got God at my back, begging and pleading. I look back with the devil's grin, and I spit hellfire. Cold fist caught back in rage. I breathed lead shower, and I heard it rained in Southern California desert. Witnessed its first rain shower the day I fell in love with the Pisces woman that reeked of West Coast freedom. And I felt the gold rush when our lips touched. My namesake manifested in her arms, and I knew God existed, so I drowned myself in her waters. Sacrificial disciple, bones forsaken in bed sheets, twisted and mangled, but she was a wildflower taken out of the wilderness, so survival was a fragile thing, but she thrives now. In some faraway land, and when she left my stream of conscience, a cryptic kaleidoscope of confusion, and I confess that I've been lost for some time now, but I hope that y'all are still listening. Press your ear against my chest here, hollowed terrain being ripped apart by wars declared in the name of love. Falling bombs shattering in the key of heartbreak, heartbeats that sound a lot like bullets ricocheting off dynamite. I am a walking war zone with powder kegs for knees, so I don't pray no more, but the organ that's the engine behind my existence is hell-bent driven to invite y'all to sit on his pews to listen to his whispered soliloquies of songs of forgiveness, love, and wisdom. And they say cancer has a way of eating the soft tissue of your core, making it theirs, leaving little to no possible room for recovery, breathing, or life before it made a home out of you. So the day that I first witnessed the soft ripples in the soul of a cancer woman, I knew that I'd be plagued by the type of longing that beat down heaven's door and commands God's attention. I knew that she was everything good I'd never be worth having. She speaks, and her wisdom makes a home out of me. She speaks, and my organs turn blues, turn gospel hymnals of peace, love, and forgiveness. She walks like violin strings, saxophone legs, and harmonica hips. She be black as fuck, ebony keys playing in the tune of my heart's unworthiness, and she eats away at my core. leaving my immune system rotten, afflicted by abscesses that last longer than our conversations. And night will fall on our last goodbye, and I'll watch the ripples of her soul fade from view, and I will fight to remember what life was like before I heard her say hello, and I won't recall. But this engine will sputter to a halt. My poems will stand to tell the tale of the cancer woman that ate me alive, and if I die in July, don't tell them that I was a soldier. I shall gain no purple hearts from this death by friendly fire. Just tell them that I was a child in a man's world grown up too fast, chasing a high that never lasted more than an hour and 15 minutes twice a week, but I could almost taste my faith. But booze gets in the way of such silly things, and I lose my faith in a bottom of bottles that nurse me back to warmth. I don't know wholeness anymore. I am filled with holes, leaving my cup half empty, and you see my holiness was washed out by wickedness. The first time I felt still pressed against my temple, and I prayed that this temple wouldn't be obliterated by hands foreign to me. But see, I've also prayed that this temple wouldn't be obliterated by hands all too familiar to me like my own. But shit, they got blood on them anyway, so spotted hallucinogenic stream of conscious. I am so fucking lost. Have I lost y'all too? Were you even listening? Thank you. Oh man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Shout out to my homies, man. All right, so this next poem, it's gonna be on something a little lighter. It's called Dear Little Black Girl. If a little black girl shatters into a million pieces and no one is around to hear, does she even make a sound? This goes out to all my little black girls whose bones are struggling under the weight of societal acceptance. I see you. And all the parts of you sacrificed just to fit into the mold. I see the realest version of you left at the door like rain boots at the welcome mat. And I know that you've been told that your existence is too loud and too inconvenient, but listen. Understand that you are misunderstood. This world does not know what to make of you, and they aim to kill what they can't comprehend. Baby girl, listen to me. They have a target on your identity. And that idiotic ideology would destroy you, that would tell you to express your heritage by pressing your hair. They will tell you that your voice is too demanding, and for that, they will call you an angry black woman. That will tell you to be quiet, to smile, and stop looking so damn angry. That will tell you to sit down because the sway of your hips sound too much like freedom, and they will fetishize you and degrade you all at the same time. They will hang a noose around the extra syllables in your name. Yes, they will tell you that you are pretty for a black girl. Yes, they'll demean you to your face, but baby girl, you need not to be quiet. You need not to sit down. You stand and you be loud and proud and bold and beautiful. Tell them that you are all things holy, and there is power in the name of black women to break chains. Word to Harriet, tell them that you are all things magical, that you be here and you be black, and that shit alone is beautiful. Tell them your hair is the trademark of the blood of your ancestors. Dear little black girl, don't allow them to police your blackness. You be militant and fierce like the scorching summer suns that raised you. So yeah, you tell them that if a little black girl shatters into a million pieces and no one is around to hear her, she will still sound like resistance, like resilience, like every black woman that she comes from. Y'all are amazing. All right, so this next piece is titled, My God is Poetry. There's power in these words. Crafted manifestations in this prose. You see, I've spent far too many nights shaping my own survival out of ink for you to attempt to convince me that God isn't in this pen. I write Scripture of my own healing every time I touch the page, and me still living is proof of that. My pieces be sermons of how my peace was restored every time I graced the mic. Found victory under stage lights, community, and crowds that could wash away my sins in a single embrace. My God showed up for me in the form of poetry. I remember being so done with living that one night I plotted against my own life. Set aside my pen for still, in the still of the night I prayed for peace as I pressed a piece of steel against my temple. My finger that held my pen was now squeezing the trigger on a pistol. I prayed for relief. My body was riddled with the pain that could only be solved with a bullet, but all I got was the sound of a click from a jammed clip. My hands shook, yet with the glow of the moon in my pen, I wrote. Not about surviving, but about the stranger with tattoos across her collarbone who kissed my cheek just hours before my own attempt. Even in the midst of my own darkness, I could still count on the scent of a woman to entice me to write. I've written my way to holy ground more times than I can remember. So you can't tell me my God ain't neither black woman nor poetry in hell. These days, you can't tell me that they are not one and the same still. There is power in these words. Lifelines and the mercy from my own soul carved into half-filled notebooks, concoctions and remedies from my own broken lie within the verses I share so willingly. With prayers that you won't see me for my sins, only for my redemption. And my God never turned her back on me, even when I've strayed and danced with devils dressed as everything I've ever desired. Tempting temptations taunting me on my journey to righteousness, distracting me from my joy. My God has never forsaken me. Even when I cursed her name, when I could not see the road laid out before me, poetry has always been my safe haven, a cathedral for me to confess my sins in. A baptism pool to soothe my weary, my words be healing antidote for my own aches, even when my faith ain't as strong as it's supposed to be. My God has my story all written, so I write. Like this gift is God-given, 'cause me still living is proof that poetry has saved me more times than I could count. I got books. I'm gonna read a couple pieces from my book titled My Muse. My muse is actually a Birmingham native. So again, nobody can tell me that the city is not magical. The first title is Cosmic. We had a habit of getting high on stardust and dreaming in broken constellations. We spoke in cosmic hieroglyphics and danced to the rhythm of the earth rotating on its axis. We always found ourselves musing about God in all of our trips, and I remember one purple day you asked me if I'd ever seen such a person. I said yes. I told you that she was black and beautiful, that her skin tasted like Milky Ways, her liquid irises were composed of Cyrus. I informed you that she didn't laugh much, but when she did, she rumbled mountains. She didn't dance much, but when she did, she had a way of making even the moon and the sun give up their chase. When she danced, she made all of Earth stand at attention. You giggled and called me crazy. You never told me whether or not you believed me. You never had a chance. We took another hit and soared to a new dimension. No God, just colors, hues of truth and shades of you, and we fucked on top of rainbows as they melted under the weight of us. The pigments bled their satisfaction on our skin as we took turns making snow angels in the puddles. You giggled and called me crazy. I took another hit and you stumbled, and we stumbled into sound. Waves vibrated all around us. Our voices sounded like symphonies of flowers blooming. You danced with dandelions as my heartstrings swelled with joy. You told me to dance with you. And you grabbed my hands and we danced for lifetimes. We got high and fell to our knees. You kissed my hips and told me you didn't want the stardust anymore. All you needed was me. You took one final hit and drifted into the arms of sleep, and in cosmic hieroglyphs, I told you that I loved you. As I settled into the dark matter of my dreams, content with knowing that when the morning arrived, you would not be there when I woke up. All right, this next one is titled, Let Me Tell You About My Muse. My muse is the type of woman you'd want to give the world to. But there's nothing in this world that you could do for her that she can't do for herself. She got it. What I mean is she is the type of woman that Neo was singing about. Her aura feels so good, though. She'll have you singing that neosoul, something like you, Jill Scott. My muse is independent, bad and bougie, yet humbled, yet still got enough thug in it to tell any bitch to sit down. She is magic personified. Light on display and a showcase, my muse is a masterpiece perfectly constructed by the hands of God, time, and her mama. She is poetry in motion, with a walk that could leave any room begging for an encore with her every exit. My muse got a wit so sharp she could deliver her piece with precision, hitting the ignorance of the ignorant where it hurt the most, and she couldn't give a damn about your ego, and best believe she talked her shit because she could back it up. My muse is my muse because she got eyes like infinities, timeless diamonds that shine the brightest when she smiles in any given direction. And if you ask me what she means to my art, I tell you she walked me into my heart, guided me to babble, and picked my tongue out of the rubble. You see, the language she bestowed upon me was filled with possibility. But she doesn't need this pedestal. She got her own. She don't need a seat at your table. She built her own and carved space out for her own existence without your permission. My muse is beautiful. The type of beauty that shines on the surface but radiates brighter the deeper you look. That woman is something special, and I fight the world for her with this pen, with these fists, and with this gift. My muse is my muse, but she is one of God's most precious and divine children. And you can see that her ancestors have ordered her steps according to their will and honor, and I honor the sacred ground of her being with every line and every poem because she is mine. But I've got to thank the universe for her on a daily. Thank you. Like I said, I got books. They are already signed. You can see my beautiful girlfriend, Miss Taylor, over here for your copy. They are 20. They are pre-signed with a thank you note. So cop that, please. I got bills, please. All right, and before I get out of the way for my man's Richard, I got another one for y'all. Anybody in love? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Y'all in love? Y'all in love? Y'all in love? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Self-love is beautiful. Self-love is important. Yeah, and this one is shout your bae out, man. I love it. This one is from my bae. All right. This one is titled, I Need You. We all need somebody, and I'm not too proud to admit that I need you. Like the body needs food, you nourish me. Like a rose needs water, you help me grow. Like the soul needs healing, you make me whole, my lady. You are my necessity. A missing puzzle piece in the grand scheme of my life. Though we are not perfect, you add to the bigger picture, and I can't imagine my days without you. Your smile be my compass guiding me home. I am at peace with you, and still on my best days, I need you. And I'm not too proud to stand before our friends, family, God, and even strangers to profess my love for you, to crack open my chest, place my heart on display, and show them just how much of me belongs to you, and only you. You have all of me. See, you've taken the parts of me I hated the most about myself and spoke life into them, told them that they were beautiful. You held them in your hands and tended every part as if I was your garden. And I've been blooming since. And I offer you a harvest of lifelong companionship, love, gentleness, and stability. Everything you've planted into the soil of my soul, I give back to you tenfold. You be the best part of my days, and my comfort through the night, my lighthouse when I am lost at sea, drowning in what I think are all of my shortcomings. You see more of me than I've ever seen in myself. You are my anchor that keeps me grounded, the anomaly that keeps me curious, and I study you faithfully like I need to, like I need you, and I can't afford to lose you. I need you to know that you can depend on me when you find yourself in the deep end of life, and the flow of your tears make it impossible for you to tread through. I will be your life jacket. I will come to your rescue, the steady hand to guide you through the darkest of days, and if it ever gets hard for you to pray, know that I've been decoding the language of your spirit, the prayers you can't find the strength to speak on your own. I will send them to heaven's door from my lips instead. Know that I got you. I am the rock that you can stand on, your backbone you can lean on, the shoulder to rest your burdens when you can't bear the weight of them on your own. My chest is where you can lay your crown when you need rest. This heartbeat can be your lullaby to lull you to sleep. I am your warrior. Be it us against the world, I will fight for you. Next to you, but never against you. I am your protection to shield you from the harms that would try to diminish your light. I need you, like I need food, water, shelter, and God. You are my necessity. Thank you.